Hey everyone, welcome to the table. So today, a couple days ago, I just got Bjorn. So he's actually coming back. I've heard mixed things about him, but I just want to do a little breakdown of him because he has been popping up in some meta marches. So let's do a breakdown of who he is, how to get him, why he could be super special, and then we'll just go from there and we'll go over some marches that actually have them. So, watch the intro. Check it out later. Hey everyone, welcome back at table. Alright, so we're just gonna hop into it. So basically this is kind of the meta march you are seeing, okay, with Bjorn. He is super good, especially when he is a shadow immortal. He's kind of easy to obtain. There are several whales that are actually using him. And then to break it down to actually go into a lower form of it, if you do not have Fufei, you could actually use Xeno for the elemental boost, or you can use Theo. Okay, so that is going to be a super good combo right there. And let's do a little breakdown of what it actually is. So I'm not going to go too much into skills because they are going to be dependent on who you are going to face. So I don't want to lead you in one way or another. So we're not going to really go over into the skills that you can apply to them, but they are going to be situational. So maybe I can give you some ideas about that. But his ultimate, he's been out since the beginning. Okay, since Shadow has been Shadow, and I have not seen a lot about him, but his Withered Realm, it creates a scorched earth under his feet that lasts 9 seconds, and increases the damage dealt to the entire team within the scorched earth by 20%, okay, at max level. At the same time, units gain 25% physical attack as life steal. Now, even if you have mage or even if you have a frontline attack person, every single person, even support, every single person that attacks with their normal attack, they are going to get life steal. So this is good. I think this is the huge aspect of it. And the front line gets 30% resilience increase. Okay, that's a lot of buffs. That's a lot of buffs that happen. Now, when it comes to it, he has a base stat of 84. Now, that is pretty good in a nutshell in itself. Okay, especially for a defense person. We can go to a max level defense person over here, and he has 95. So coming up to it, he's going to be able to get a lot of buffs. Now, having him in your front line could be beneficial. Definitely when you're running a double tank, like the march that I did show you, it does have Yi Sin. Now you can have a backline damage dealer that you're trying to keep alive, so you can have Himiko. You can possibly have Khan, but there are a lot of possibilities when you run these two, because you are going to, like I said, it's going to be situational. So your skills, depending on who you're facing. If you're facing someone that has magic, you definitely want to, with a magic damage dealer, you're going to want to use skills. Let's see here real quick. You're definitely going to want to use skills like Jade Barrier. You're definitely going to want to slow down their energy consumption as much as possible. These are big aspects when it comes to it. And then masters over here, you're definitely going to want to use that. So you gotta focus on that. But now say they throw a con, which is a physical damage dealer. So you are going to want to use, again, probably energy regen. You're going to want to, or frontline, you can do a heavy lifter. That is if you are being a magic person. And then you're going to want to use certain things to combat with the situational damage dealer to lower that damage so you can survive longer. Okay, now you get them in the Galaxy event. Sorry, I just had a brain freeze right there. So it's going to be in the Sparks of Galaxy event. And they did upgrade it a little bit or nerfed it depending on who you're kind of talking to. I've actually had good luck with it. I don't know, 50 orbs or 40 orbs, and I've gotten like 60 shards a couple times in consecutively, so it's not that bad. The meter does go down every time you get one shard or two, so that is a thing. But ultimately, this guy is making a comeback, and you know, just a little small recap of it. I'm going to begin my journey with him right after I finish Tom and I finish Tut. I will be going with Bjorn. So get his equipment. Now we can actually go to his artifact. I believe I might have a couple. So you can also get his artifact in the Trish shop, and I do not. So we're gonna come over here real quick. So this is going on, and I believe I have Chaos and not Shadow, but we can take a look right here in defense. So we can go over here, artifact, and switch it out real quick, and it's this guy. So you're looking for a physical defense, and his reduced attack speed by 50% for all enemies affected. So that's huge as well when you're facing an Alex. Okay, so keep that in mind. Definitely has a good nerf onto the enemy. And then you get it, like I said, in the Wisdom Well, and you can get it by these let's see here, you can get it over here. I think it's the shadow one, so that's the light. So you can get it in the shadow, and you actually get it quite a few if you do play the Wisdom Well a lot. So it's not a bad gig to actually get around. Now let's just go over went over to skill. The March is over here in rankings, and you are gonna see probably in a lot of people over here, you're gonna see a lot of that. So that's a low-key one, and then you're gonna come over here, and this is gonna be a Himiko one. So you're gonna definitely see this lineup in the future, and you know, you all just gotta kind of prepare for it. It's kind of hard to combat. I would say, you know, super hard to combat, so you're gonna have to definitely overpower that aspect and just kind of power through it. You're gonna have to rally unless, you know, you change a bunch of skills up or whatnot, but they are running tight mages, you know, tight front line, and it is a hard march to actually beat. So y'all just you know, just think about it. I definitely recommend getting him and having him in your lineup, because it's going to help you significantly in the future. Even if you're slow to progress, just starting off, definitely you can get this guy right off the bat. So keep grinding out there, guys, and I'll check you out later.